Hi guys! If you hear a little bit of background noise, it's my neighbors getting their lawn mowed. I've been waiting forever for them to stop, but I don't think they're gonna stop. Today I'm gonna do June releases, and this is going up a little bit late, I'm sorry. But these are all the books that I found exciting new releases in June. There wasn't as many like I thought there was. I knew there was going to be a lot in May for summer releases, but in June there aren't nearly as many. And May was really hard to sort through which would be my top 10, and June was more like, for me, June, it was harder to find a top 10. So these are the books I did find that are new releases in June if you're looking for something out that's new or other book recommendations. Here we go. Number 1 is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. It lands June 13th. This one is just about number 2 in the series of A Monster's Verity. And I'm kind of excited to read this, just reading the synapse of the first one. So I've never read these before, but I know they're a very popular TV series read. Number 2 is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzi Lee, and it lands June 22nd. This is about 2 friends that go through Europe, and they go and find a magical artifact, and it sends them on a wild adventure. The cover is what draws you into this book. I recommend it, and I might be picking this one up pretty soon. And it sounds just pretty funny, the title. Number 3 is Midnight Jewel by Richelle Mead. This comes out June 27th. This one is the second in the series, Glittering Court. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm recommending it because I love everything Richelle Mead has done before. And this is probably the only new release book that I haven't read yet. And I have checked it out, so it's soon to be read, The Glittering Court, and I will probably be reading the second one because there's not a book series I haven't just continued to read. I just like her writing style a lot. Number 4 is The Alice Network by Quinn. It comes out June 6th. And this is about 2 women's lives and how they intertwine and during the actual Alice Network in World War I France. So it's a fiction novel about 2 women, but it's about the actual Alice Network in France, and they're both spies, and one gets recruited to be a spy, and it's just about how their lives intertwine with that. And I think it jumps forward too to see how one of their lives ends up after the war. Number 5 is The Words in the Deep Blue by Cath, Crowley. Oh, I can't even read my own handwriting. It comes out June 6th. This one I would call a bookstore romance. It's about second chances. A girl writes a boy a letter and he doesn't respond to it, and then she ends up working with him. And so I think it's just a lighthearted bookstore romance. I put this one in as an easy summer fling read, and I think this definitely one is YA. Is number 6, and this one is The Ministry of Upmost Happiness, a novel by Deckel Edge. It comes out June 6th. This one is one of those cool stories where it's multiple different characters, multiple different stories, so I'm not going to try and go to them. It's about the subcontinent of India and traveling kind of across that, but it talks about a span of length of time, so it's these people's lives going through political change and cultural change, and a little bit how they connect. But I like these stories. If you're a fan of like Les Miserables, something like that, where it's a bunch of different little stories, so like short stories, this would be one for you that comes out. And this one was highly rated. Number 7 is going to be The Pretender by Marc Ruskin. It's June 6th. This one is a non-fiction for all the non-fiction lovers, and this one is about an FBI agent, and he was an undercover FBI agent. So this is something, if you're interested in those shows on TV but want to read something from the real world, I would check this one out. The next one is number 8. Number 8 is Obsidian and Stars by Julie Edinburgh. It comes out June 13th. This one I have never read the very first book as well, and this one is a prehistoric book about people's lives, and I always found that interesting. And so I always find that kind of interesting, like the prehistoric living and how their life is always a life and death situation. So this one takes a turn, I think, from the first one, and this one focuses on a girl named Myra and how Myra is forced from the, I guess, the tribe or village she lives in. And so yeah, I'm excited to read this one. This one is pretty highly up there too for YAs as far as them liking the very first one. So that's why I picked this one up as well. And it just sounded interesting. I haven't really ever read anything that's a prehistoric YA, I guess. A prehistoric YA, I guess you'd say. Number 9 is a lighthearted summer read. So number 9 is Dating You and Hating You by Christian Lauren. and it comes out June 6th. I would consider this one an office romance novel, even though they don't work in the same office, but they work in competitive firms, and it's a lighthearted summer read, and it's about romance and competition. But yeah, it's probably a very easy read, but it was pretty highly recommended, so hopefully it's written well. And then the last but not least is number 10, and it is The Confusion of Languages by Siobhan Fallon, and it comes out June 27th. This one is about two women and their intersecting lives, and these women have adventurously followed their husband's soldiers across the sea to Jordan, and they live in the U.S. Embassy, and one of them's lived there for a while and knows a lot of the customs and knows what to do, and then one of them is new and she's adventurous, and she ends up kind of going missing. So it's about them connecting in a totally different world. So that's all the books I have. I will get up my July releases even sooner. So if you want to check out more summer reads, stop back in then, and please subscribe below and you'll know when it comes out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!